I worked in community care. A patient, let's call him John, not his real name, I looked after was a schizophrenic who had spent most of his life in institutions, but was now living in the community with a dedicated team. His illness was such that he had no way of discerning thoughts or dreams from reality. It was all the same to him. Like a lot of people with his condition, he grew up being predated upon by all those around him, but mostly his alcoholic father, who would rape him on a regular basis. He was in his early 50s when I met him, a seriously damaged man, but also a lovable character when you got to know him. When he went to bed at night, the nightmares would begin and you'd hear him crying and screaming in his sleep. "No, Daddy, no." The abuse was never in the past for him. It was always there in his head, as real as everything else. One day I was sitting alone with him in the car and he started talking to me. He wanted to get something off his chest. When his dad died, the whole family, who were terrified of him, were sitting in the house with him. His dad started having a heart attack, and pretty soon it became obvious to the rest of the family. No one spoke. They just all sat there as the father struggled and gasped for help. But no one would get up to help him. They all just sat in silence and watched him die. John was crying when he asked me if he'd done something wrong. I reassured him he hadn't.